Hello friends. Okay, I finished with my junk journal challenge for Dear Julie Julie for June. I'm going to do a quick run through on this journal. So here we go. I used, for the cover, I used part of a masterboard that I made, and then I just did a collage on the front. I used the inside of an envelope on the back right here, and then a strip of the masterboard here, and some lace on here. And I've been trying to upload a video on how I put this together, but I'm having trouble with the program that I use for editing, so I'm probably not going to do that. I've done a video before on how I put this kind together, and so you can refer to my previous video of how I glue the three signatures together and then bind it. Just put a front and a back on it and put the spine. Okay, so this is the inside, and I've got a packaging here for the pocket on the inside because I didn't want to cover up this butterfly. So, and then this is a tag that I made out of strips of paper. And I use like 3 different digitals in this. This is a flip-up postcard page. And so this is something new that we made this time, and it's a card that you open it up and then it folds out like that. Isn't that great? So now, I'm not sure what they call this, but I did put a pocket on this side and I put a pocket up here. You could send this to somebody as a card, or you could just leave it in your journal. So I just tucked that in here in this pocket. Okay, and this was a over the page flip, and it flips out. It might be a little low. Flips out twice here, so there's a lot of writing space on this page. I'll make sure you're in camera. Okay, this is just a cutout that I made with I covered this with napkin, I believe, and then we did cutouts. This is tissue, a tissue cutout. This is one of my coffee dyed papers. And then on the back, I printed a Dear Julie Julie digital. There's a little tuck spot right here. We had to make these quilted tags. This is one of them. I just put some faux stitching on, but I cut it. I had five tags, and I cut it in 5 pieces. So then it's like whack-a-stack, it's called. And you take and lay them out, and then you put the different pieces in a different location. 5 different pieces of paper. You put the same piece. You get it. You know what I mean. I hope. I'm having a hard time with words right now. I've had a very busy month, and my company that I've had for 2 days just left this morning, and I just got home a little bit ago, so I've been busy. This one is another new, different kind of card that we made. But you open it like this, and these things pop out. That's so cool. So, yeah, that's a different card, and there's a pocket right here on top. So I just paper clipped this one because it really wouldn't fit in any of my pockets. So I just clipped that inside. Okay, here is a piece that we needed to make, and it's I just made a text spot out of it. It's a plain card that we tore in half, turned one side upside down, and we sewed the middle together. I just did a zigzag, decorated it, and then I put this journal card in here that I made. This is from a tea bag. It's got a doily strip on the inside. And also a strip of one of these digitals is what you see through there. Drywall tape and a flower. This is a Carmina flower. Thank you, Carmina. I love her flowers. Okay, so then this is the other side of that flip up postcard in the pocket. And then this is a thing where we took labels off of a sheet of labels. You can print on them first, and then you put the labels on something else that you can take them off of. And then you print on the label sheet. Well, when Julie did it, her digital that she printed turned out way brighter than mine. And mine didn't turn out that bright, so it didn't. Then you press it on the fabric. That's as bright as mine got. So when I did it, it didn't turn out quite as good, but it's still cute. It's different. I decorated it up, made a tag out of it. So this is fabric here. And that I just put in top of this pocket here. Okay. There's lots of pages in here for writing. This is where the first two signatures are glued together. Okay. Then I put a tag or a pocket right here. This is also what she called tea bag art. So I took 2 tea bags. Of course, you take all the tea out. I rinsed them off and dried them. And then I put that paper doily in there on the inside. Piece of her digital right here. And then this is a butterfly from her digital that I tore around. That's all on the inside. And then the other tea bag went on top, and I glued them together. And that made a pocket. And then I just put this bling on top of the butterfly. So this is a journal card I made out of strips of we had to use a paper pad, and these were the pages out of the paper pad, and these were strip remnants from there. So I just put those all on there, made a journaling card. And then this is another deal that we needed to make. This was new also. We had not done this before. So you make it so you can tuck these pieces in like a belt. And then you open it like, ta-da! Isn't that cool? It's very cool. And then this is a secret, let's see. Well, it's the secret journaling spot right here. I think what I needed to do was I need to glue this on a page because we put tape on the back. So then you can just hold it and open it, and then you can journal on it. And there's little pieces in here that tuck up in here, and you can journal on. So I will find a spot for this to be glued into, taped to. I will leave that out so I remember. Okay. This is another new thing that we did this time, using like what do you call this? I forget what you call this stuff, but anyway, you make a cover with this. And then I decorated the front, and then we were supposed to put at least 4 pieces of scrappy paper inside. Okay, and there's the Dear Julie Julie digital. I just glued that one to the bottom, and then these are the other pieces of paper. You can write on all those. And this piece here was the top of that 12 by 12 sheet, and it had the hole in it where this would be the strip that you would cut off, but I left it and I put a piece of ribbon in there so it would stick out a little bit. I like that. So that's what I did with that. And I hope I'm in camera. Yeah. Okay. I really love this digital and this one. Okay, so this is a pocket I made out of the fabric. You see, it just didn't turn out very bright, but it's there. You can see it. And I made out of some lace that was left of what I got from my mom. I made a little rosette out of the gathered lace and then put a button in the middle and some trim here. And of course, this is the Dear Julie Julie digital in it. And then I made another one of those. This is another one of those quilted tags. Carmina flowers. I love her flowers. And I put, let's see, 1, 2, I think I have 2 stickers on here. Okay, so that goes in there. We were supposed to make shaped journaling card, pocket, and tag. And this is, I'm calling my journaling card, even though I have it glued to the page, because you lift up this part of the star and you can journal on it. Okay, and then that piece keeps it down. So that's my star shape. And this one, these are fun. Once I got this figured out, it's called a push me, pull me waterfall. So you can pull down on it like this, and all the pieces go together like that. And so that's what that is. Okay, and this is the middle of the middle signature, and I always put charms, and these are 2 of my charms that I made, that we had to make 3 charms, and 2 of them went here. And I just tore down this paper and made these big pockets in the middle. This was on the same, we did the same thing with the label sheet. Printed on the label sheet and then printed it on something. And so I just printed this on the back of an index card. And it came out very light. I was a little bit disappointed, but you can see it. And then I just decorated it. And here I cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little holes on the side with my this thing. Words are not coming to me today. This, I used the small punch. I made 5 holes, and I took ribbon and put through there. And actually I used 2 of these index cards, and I put this on one index card, and then I glued the other one on the back to cover up the ribbon on the back. So I thought that turned out pretty cute. And I wish that had turned out a little bit brighter, but it is what it is. So, and then this is the journaling card out of the fabric. Somehow on the fabric it just turned out a little bit darker, which is fine. I like that. It's not very bright, but it turned out anyway. So that went in there. And let's see. I might use, I don't know. I might use this page to put this on. You can journal on this page. I don't know. I might try another page that's hard to journal on, but I don't want to cover up this teapot, or I would put it there. I could put it on here, but this matches too much. So I will figure it out. So this is the sailboat page. So that's our sail. And then we put a pocket down here, and then you put in a tag or journaling card in the bottom to keep that closed. So that's the sailboat. I love this. It's so cute. All right, now here's another new deal. We did several new items this month. So this one, I don't know if this is going to all show in here, pulls down this way and then over this way. And there's a pocket over here. It's got some tags, tickets, and it's got this. I put this in here. Decorated it up. Over here, I've got a little piece that folds out like that. And tuck that in there like that. And then this is a pocket up here. So it's got something in here, and then this is a pocket here. So there's two pockets on here. And then this folds over and tucks in here. There's quite a few new things that we did on this journal, which was kind of neat. And then there's a pocket here. And then I put a pocket underneath that so I could put something in here. And I just folded a piece of paper and put it up in here in this pocket. So you just fold that over. There's another one. I made this a little belly band. Just folded a piece of paper and put that up through there. Fold that up, fold that over. Very cute. It is a little bulky. And I've got this tissue on here. Is my favorite tissue that I got. I forget what I got it in, maybe shoes or something. When that's all gone, I'm going to be sad because I love that tissue paper. So this is where the second and the third signatures are glued together. Okay. And then I put a pocket on the inside here. And this is my shaped tag. And I made, this is called an old-fashioned, it's one of the old-fashioned ties. Here I did. And I put a sticker and used some marker to color in these flowers because they're just all black and white. And then I have it mounted on a piece of the paper pad paper. So that goes in there, and I put this one in, and this is another one of those that we printed. This is printed on a piece of the Dearjuliejulie digital. Made a tag out of it. I cut around this, fussy cut around this flower, put it on, put some bling, drywall tape. There's another Carmina flower. And this I made from something I goofed on, and so I just made a tab out of that. So there you go. There's that. This is another new thing that we did, and I forget what she called this, but you have two pieces that are alike, and then you cut one in strips, and you put one strip on, you put the end and the middle strips on dimensionals, so it gives it a three-dimensional look to it. This paper didn't show that up as much as some of the other ladies that did this, that looked really, you know, you could really tell. But I thought this was a really cute idea. And I put another couple of my quilted tags in here. Usually I don't have enough pockets to put all of my tags and all that stuff. Or don't have enough tags to put in all the pockets that I have. But this time it's kind of like I ran out of pockets. This one we've done before. I'm keeping it closed with a paper clip, and this is where I put my other charm, was on this paper clip. And this is a paper bag that we take, you cut it off, and you can open it up like this. And then you have something inside. I just made this little booklet. You open up, you can write on it, and I just put that in there. You could put more. I didn't want it to be this. This is already turning out to be very bulky journal because of all the different things that we've used in it. And I might end up taking some of the stuff out, but this is what we were supposed to have. And I used one of my papers I printed on vellum. I like doing that. You can't really journal on it, but I think it's really pretty. And then there's the other part of that, my coffee dyed paper that I printed her digital on the back. And then this is a napkin page, and this is the center of this signature. And so in the center of this one I put, this is another flip up postcard page, but it's the vertical kind, so it's narrower here. So in this one I put, this paper is, you just fold it folds out, and I just folded it up like this, and I keep it together with a paper clip. And then I just put this up here in the top, in the pocket. Easier said than done for me, sorry. I struggle sometimes. Okay, so that goes in there like that. It's really cute. Okay, and this journal will probably be in my Etsy, as most of them. I haven't put a lot of journals in there, but I need to start posting more of my journals. If you're interested in this one, please let me know. But there's the other side of that paper. Okay, and there's the other side of that one. And I used gold pen on the side. It's not very shiny. Oh, I did it on this side. That's why. It's shinier on this side. But it had a piece. So when you print on vellum, I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but in order for this to print, I tried printing just on plain vellum, and the vellum just goes right through my printer. So what I have to do is I mount it on a piece of 8.5 by 11, down about 1/4 of an inch, half an inch, 1/4 of an inch, that far. And I put pieces of tape across the top, making sure you don't go over the edge of the white copy paper underneath, because you don't want it to gum up, get stuck in your printer. So that will keep your vellum secure, and then you turn it around and you put that side, vellum side up, through your printer. And then it will print. But you will have 1/4 of an inch on top where it doesn't print, because that's where you have the tape across here. So you can either cut that off, which is fine. I just chose to use my gold pen on there this time. So that's how I do that. I learned that trick from somebody. I can't remember who it was. Okay, and this is supposed to be a pocket, I realized. But I put a pocket back here. This is another deal where we had to print on paper or something. And it turned out pretty light, but it worked. And then this was the other tea bag, the tea bag tag. And so I have it underneath. This design right here was from a negative cutout that I did from a die cut that I have that you can make cards with. Wasn't sure what to do with it, so I just used it underneath the tea bag, or in between the two tea bags. And then I put some drywall tape on the top, decorated this down here. I put a button here and baker's twine, and that's my tag. Okay, and this is supposed to be a pocket. This is my shaped pocket, so I will find a place for this. I could put that on here since you can't really journal on this. I could put that here, and then I can put something in here, one of those other tags, or a piece of, you know, paper, tuck in there. But that, I think that's what I'm going to do with that. So there's my journal. Let me know what you think. This is going to go in my Etsy shop. Okay, so yeah, I would love to hear from you and see what you think about this one. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and please press the like button and make a comment. I will see you soon. Bye.